As night falls over the Alaskan Sea, a scene both wild and majestic appears with waves constantly crashing against the rocky shore. Alaska, a land known for its snow-capped peaks and sprawling forests, is also home to abundant marine resources. With its deep, vast and challenging waters, Alaska is not only home to intrepid fishermen, but also a place to exploit huge seafood resources serving millions of people around the world. But fishing here is not simply about casting nets and catching shrimp and fish. This is a dangerous and arduous journey, where fishermen have to face fierce storms, cold Arctic waves and sometimes unexpected dangers from the sea. To maintain and develop the fishing industry in Alaska, modern technology has been applied on giant ships. These ships are not only a means of transportation but also a miniature factory, with a complete processing and handling system right at sea, helping to maintain product quality and meet international standards. On this journey of discovery, we will learn about each stage of the fishing, processing and preserving process, from operating giant iron ships to how fishermen work tirelessly in harsh conditions. We will see the power of technology, but at the same time realize that courage, perseverance and love for the sea are always indispensable in this traditional fishing profession. To understand the scale and complexity of the modern fishing industry, we must first understand the fishing vessels, giant machines with special designs, built to operate effectively on the vast ocean. They are not only a means of transportation, but also the place where all activities from fishing, processing to preservation take place. The giant iron ships used in Alaska are usually 70 to 100 meters long, with a payload of up to thousands of tons, capable of holding and processing hundreds of tons of fish per day. Inside the ship is a complex system of machinery, equipment and storage compartments designed to ensure optimal fishing and processing efficiency. One of the most important elements of these ships is a sturdy design to withstand harsh conditions at sea. The hull is made of special steel, which is durable and resistant to corrosion, allowing the ship to operate durably for many years. The ship has many floors, with storage compartments divided into separate compartments to preserve fish and marine products. A powerful engine system, usually a large-capacity diesel engine, helps the ship move quickly and stably in harsh weather conditions. This is especially important when the ship needs to move to remote fishing grounds and face large waves. Modern fishing vessels cannot lack complex machinery systems, supporting everything from fishing to processing and preservation. First of all, the trawling system, equipped with powerful cranes and winches, allows for easy dropping and pulling of nets even when the vessel is moving. The giant nets can extend hundreds of meters, helping to collect hundreds of tons of fish in one trawl. In addition, the vessels are also equipped with modern GPS and sonar satellite positioning systems. This system helps to locate fish schools and assess the status of fishing grounds under the sea, thereby helping fishermen to determine the most effective fishing areas without wasting time searching. One of the outstanding advantages of modern fishing vessels is the ability to preserve fish immediately after catching, helping to maintain the freshness and quality of the product when it reaches consumers. Onboard storage systems typically include freezer compartments and advanced refrigeration systems that maintain extremely low temperatures to prevent fish from decomposing. Once the fish are hauled aboard, they are transferred to the processing bay, where workers pre-process them and place them in freezer compartments. These freezer compartments are designed with precise temperature control systems, helping to preserve the fish for a long time while still retaining its natural flavor. Modern fishing vessels also focus on product quality management. Each shipment is marked and inspected before being transferred to the storage bay. Ensuring compliance with hygiene and food safety standards. Continuous monitoring and quality control systems ensure that all products meet export standards. One of the most effective and popular fishing methods in Alaska is the use of bottom trawls. This technique allows vessels to harvest large quantities of fish in a short period of time, optimizing fishing productivity. Bottom trawls are large nets that are lowered to the seabed and dragged along the bottom. With their large size and the power of the onboard tractors, Bottom trawls can extend hundreds of meters, covering a large area of the seabed. As the ship moves, the nets will drag and collect all the fish of suitable size. This method not only allows for large quantities of fish to be harvested, but also reduces fishing time, which is especially important in the harsh weather conditions in the Alaskan Sea. Bottom trawls are often used to catch groundfish such as cod, halibut, and many other valuable fish species. The process of deploying the nets begins with preparing the giant nets and ensuring they are securely attached to the onboard winches. Fishermen must work carefully and precisely, as a small mistake can result in a damaged net or even the loss of the entire catch. Once everything is ready, the net is lowered into the sea and dragged along the seabed for a set period of time. Once the pulling process is complete, the tractors slowly lift the net, bringing the entire catch to the deck. This is when the fishermen have to work quickly, sorting the fish and preparing them for processing. The quick handling ensures that the fish are not damaged and ensure that they are fresh when they reach the consumer. The bottom trawling method, although effective, also brings with it significant challenges. The first is the maintenance of the net and related equipment. Bottom trawls are susceptible to damage from collisions with rocks or other obstacles on the seabed. This requires the fishermen to have the skills to repair and maintain the equipment to avoid interruptions in the fishing process. Once the vessel has set sail and entered remote fishing grounds, the real challenges begin. The Alaskan Ocean is famous for its harsh weather and strong waves, which create unpredictable dangers for fishermen. Alaska is located in the Arctic region, where the weather is unpredictable and harsh. Fishermen often face sudden storms and waves up to several meters high. In winter, temperatures can drop very low, making it difficult and dangerous to work on deck. Strong winds can cause loss of control of the boat and even capsize small boats. Storms in the Alaskan Ocean not only create large waves but also affect the ability to see and control the boat. In these conditions, GPS and radar systems become important tools to ensure the safety of the boat and the fishermen. However, even with modern technology, fishermen still have to rely on their experience to avoid dangerous situations. Faced with such risks, fishermen must have the skills and experience to cope. Those with years of experience at sea know how to watch the sky, feel the currents, and predict the weather to prepare for possible situations. A small mistake in dropping or pulling in a net can have serious consequences. From equipment damage to loss of life, Alaskan fishermen are often trained in the use of safety equipment and rescue techniques. On large vessels, rescue equipment such as life rafts, life jackets, and signal lights are always available. Mastering these skills helps fishermen respond to emergency situations and ensure the safety of themselves and their crew. Safety is a top priority on every fishing vessel in Alaska. In addition to being fully equipped with personal protective equipment, vessels are regularly inspected to ensure that all equipment is in good working order. Every fisherman is required to wear a life jacket and safety harness when working on deck, especially in bad weather conditions. The communication system also plays an important role in ensuring safety. Each vessel has satellite communication equipment and radios to maintain contact with the mainland and other vessels in case of emergency. In case of any dangerous situation, fishermen can quickly signal and request assistance from neighboring vessels or from the rescue team on land. Fishing work not only requires physical health but also greatly affects the spirit of fishermen people. Living at sea for weeks, even months, away from family and friends, is mentally challenging. Fishermen often face feelings of loneliness and work pressure. To overcome this, they must have a steadfast spirit and the solidarity of their teammates. Life on board is not always easy. Long shifts, harsh working conditions, and pressure from production requirements can lead to stress and fatigue. However, with a love for the job and a spirit of solidarity, fishermen have overcome all these difficulties to continue their work. The fishing industry in Alaska not only brings great economic benefits but also causes certain impacts on the marine environment. Large-scale seafood exploitation, if not controlled and managed sustainably, can lead to the risk of resource depletion and degradation of the marine ecosystem. Impact of overfishing on marine resources. Overfishing is one of the biggest threats to marine resources. When fishermen use bottom trawls to harvest a large amount of fish in a short period of time, the number of fish in the area is significantly reduced. directly affecting the reproductive cycle of many species. This can lead to a long-term decline in fish numbers and an imbalance in the marine ecosystem. In addition, bottom trawls also have negative impacts on the seabed, damaging coral reefs and disturbing sand and mud layers. This affects the habitat of small marine species and indirectly affects the natural food chain in the area. To deal with this problem, management agencies have introduced many measures and policies to conserve marine resources. One of the important measures is the establishment of marine protected areas, where fishing is prohibited or restricted to protect species and help regenerate resources. In addition, regulations on size and catch limits are also applied to ensure that fish species have the opportunity to reproduce and develop. The Alaskan government and international environmental organizations also regularly monitor and research the status of marine resources. Information from these studies will help make timely decisions to protect this valuable resource for future generations. Measures to reduce the environmental impact of modern fishing vessels. In addition to management and policy measures, many modern fishing vessels have also applied environmentally friendly technologies to minimize negative impacts on the ocean. For example, some vessels have used specially designed trawl nets that allow small fish to escape, minimizing the exploitation of immature fish. In addition, vessels also use monitoring devices to monitor the number of fish and other species in the fishing area. These data will be transmitted to management agencies for evaluation and recommendations to ensure sustainable exploitation. Fishermen play an important role in protecting and maintaining marine resources. With their knowledge and practical experience, they understand the importance of conservation and are willing to apply sustainable measures in the fishing process. Many Alaskan fishermen have recognized the need to protect resources, because they understand that if resources are depleted, their jobs and lives will be seriously affected. Raising awareness and educating fishermen about marine conservation is an indispensable part of resource management programs. Governments and NGOs often organize workshops and training to help fishermen grasp sustainable methods and environmentally friendly ways of working. This not only helps protect the ocean but also maintains long-term livelihoods for fishing communities. One of the significant advances in the modern fishing industry is the ability to process on board. This not only saves time but also ensures the quality of the product when it reaches the consumer. The process of processing fish on board requires smooth coordination between equipment and workers. From the initial processing stage to packaging and preservation, the importance of processing on board. Processing fish on board has many significant benefits. When fish are processed and frozen immediately after being caught, the freshness and nutritional value of the fish are preserved to the maximum. This helps marine products achieve high-quality standards, meeting the strict requirements of international markets. In addition, the processing process on board also helps to minimize waste, because the fish is not damaged during the long transportation to the mainland. Fish collection and sorting. After the fish are pulled from the sea, they are transferred to the sorting area. Here, workers will separate the fish by size and type to prepare for the next steps. This process is usually done quickly to ensure that the fish does not lose its freshness. Cleaning and preliminary processing. After being sorted, the fish will be put into a cleaning machine, where scales, organs and inedible parts are removed. Cleaning machines on ships are often designed automatically to optimize time and manpower. Filtering and cutting. After cleaning, the fish will be filtered and cut into the required sizes and shapes. This is an important step that helps shape the final product. Skilled workers will cut the fish precisely to minimize waste and increase the value of the product. Packaging and preservation. After being filtered and cut, the fish will be packed in special packaging, designed to protect the product during transportation. They are then placed in freezer compartments with powerful refrigeration systems, keeping the products at safe temperatures until they reach consumers. Quick freezing technology and hygiene standards. One of the most important technologies on board is the quick freezing system. Quick freezing is the process of lowering the temperature of fish to freezing level in a short time, helping to preserve the nutrients and freshness of the product. This process is carried out right on board to ensure that the fish does not decompose or lose its flavor. Modern fishing vessels use large-capacity freezing equipment and precise temperature control systems to ensure that the fish is always kept at the right temperature. This also helps to prevent the growth of bacteria and maintain the highest hygiene standards during processing and storage. Quality management and process control. On modern processing vessels, every stage is closely monitored to ensure product quality. From sorting, cleaning, to packaging and freezing, all must comply with strict hygiene standards. Each batch is marked and recorded in detail to ensure traceability when necessary. The vessels also use automated monitoring systems and information technology to check safety and quality indicators throughout the processing process. Any deviations are promptly detected and adjusted to ensure the final product is always of the highest quality. Benefits of onboard processing compared to onshore processing. Onboard processing has many advantages over bringing the fish to onshore processing. Firstly, it saves time and transportation costs. Furthermore, when the fish is processed on site, fishermen can meet market demand more quickly, especially when exporting to countries with high requirements for freshness and quality. In addition, onboard processing also helps protect the environment. Because it minimizes waste due to damage during transportation, products are packaged and preserved right on board, ready for direct export without going through many additional processing steps. The fishing industry in Alaska not only meets domestic consumption needs but also makes an important contribution to the Products from the Alaskan Sea are popular around the world thanks to their high quality, natural flavor, and processing procedures that ensure food safety and hygiene. Alaskan fish products are very diverse, with many famous fish such as cod, salmon, halibut and shark. These fish have high economic value, thanks to their rich nutrition and excellent flavor, suitable for many dishes in international markets. Alaskan cod and salmon are especially famous for their delicious meat quality and healthy fat content, and are popular in the cuisine of many countries. In addition to whole fish, byproducts such as fish eggs, fish oil and frozen fish, fillets, and exported. Alaskan fish eggs are considered a high-class food, widely used in Japanese, Korean and many European cuisines. Alaskan fish oil has a high omega-3 content, is one of the sources of nutritional supplements for health. Produced and distributed globally, international standard packaging and preservation process. To meet international quality standards, the packaging and preservation process of Alaskan fish products is carried out with meticulousness and attention to hygiene. Each shipment is packaged in specialized packaging that is waterproof and heat-resistant, ensuring that the product always retains its freshness when it reaches consumers. Before being exported, quality checks. From hygiene standards to freshness and nutritional content, certifications such as HACCP, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point, and international food safety standards are also required to ensure that fish products from Alaska meet the requirements of high-end markets such as Europe, the US and Japan, main export markets and role in global trade. Fish products from Alaska are currently exported to many countries, with major markets including Japan, China, Korea, Europe and North America. Japan is a large market with high demand for products such as caviar and salmon. North America favor fresh, frozen fish products, and prepared fish dishes. Thanks to its geographical location near Asia and North America, Alaska has the advantage of exporting products with low shipping costs and fast delivery times. Alaska's supply of fish to the global market also helps reduce fishing pressure in other areas, protect marine resources, and support a sustainable economy. The economic value of fish exports and benefits for fishermen. Fish exports not only bring great economic value to the state of Alaska, but also create jobs for thousands of fishermen and workers in the processing industry. Profits from selling products to international markets, while improving the living standards of coastal communities. The benefits of the fishing industry do not stop at fishermen but also spread to many other areas such as transportation, logistics, and supporting industries. Fish exports help Alaska maintain a stable economy, while promoting the development of many related industries. The life of fishermen at sea is not only about fishing but also a journey to face the challenges of nature, loneliness, and deep thoughts about life. For many fishermen, the ocean is a friend, a teacher, and a place they have spent their lives. Daily life and work of fishermen. On giant ships, Each fisherman has a specific role and strictly adheres to a work schedule. They work in shifts, usually 12 hours of continuous work and then rest. Because there is no fixed time to rest when at sea, each person in the fishing team has their own tasks. From operating machinery, pulling nets, sorting fish, to processing and preserving, fishermen's meals are usually simple and rely on food stored on land. Fresh food is quite rare, so they mainly eat canned or frozen food. Despite limited living conditions, they still keep their spirits up by sharing stories, songs, and even games to relieve stress after hard working hours. Separation from family and loneliness. One of the biggest difficulties of being a fisherman is the feeling of loneliness when being away from family for a long time. A fishing trip can last from several weeks to several months. And during this time, fishermen cannot see or talk directly to their relatives. They can only send messages or make phone calls when the boat is moving close to shore or when there is a satellite connection. Long-term separation sometimes leads to feelings of loss and longing for family. Especially during holidays or important events. Many fishermen share that they feel like they are living two parallel lives. One side is at sea with a busy job, and the other side is at home with a loving family waiting for them. Teamwork and solidarity on board. In this difficult and lonely job, teamwork is an extremely important factor. Fishermen consider each